Hey, what's up guys, this is Brawl here, giving you my review of Boruto episode 21, but not 22, and damn, I actually forgot the name of the title, but I'll put it in this, you already know in the title down there below, but, well, the video time I'm referring to. And this is the episode where basically it's Naruto, Sasuke, along with Chojo and Saraya, meeting out with Orochimaru for the first, well, at least actually for the first time over like in years for Naruto and Sasuke, and for the first time ever seeing Mitsuki's parent, either mother or father, commonly speaking, mother or father, or possibly and for Chojo and Sarada because they never met him or her, depending on if you're following from the movie logic, which I think I might get to. I'll get to the whole movie recap arc pretty much later in the video. But for the second one of this episode, it's basically nothing really too much happening. It's just mostly no action sequences just happening here. Most was just trying to find out that Sarada, after seeing Sasuke, finally reunite with Sasuke for so long, Sarada sees Sasuke as this one guy that, at least the parent doesn't particularly doesn't show too much emotion because of the fact that he just witnessed his wife getting kidnapped, but he has no emotion to it. But he did say that emotions must be forgotten. That's important to be crucial to a successful mission. But in the back of his mind, he knows the fact that he's not too worried because Sakura is already strong enough as she is, so she can take care of herself. Excuse me for that. See you there. And even Naruto knows that, but still, the woman naturally shows some care in the fact that he's panicking. It shows some panicking in the fact that your wife just got kidnapped by Shin. And more to Shin, by the way, though, we get to see the moment between him and Sakura. Or more why the fact that what Shin, at least with the older, at least the father of all the Shins, based on human illusions, that he needs good genes to live, strong genes to survive, while other ones perish. And he explains on why he needs Sasuke's, not really Sasuke's Sakura, but Sasuke's Sharingan in order to revive the Akatsuki. The Akatsuki was basically that famous group of Shinobi killers, actually Rogue Shinobi, who ended up becoming murderers, and became one of the most driving forces of an antagonistical force as a whole, not individually. Some of them were individually driving their own point, but on their own right. But as a whole, though, they were basically the driving force of the antagonist of the villains during the whole Naruto Shippuden run, while the Naruto first half was basically Orochimaru. But being that they're disbanded, mostly all of them are all dead, with the exception of Hidan. Hidan is still alive, buried in a hole somewhere, thanks to Shikamaru. I can still see somewhat of a small chance of him coming back if he does dug himself out of the hole. I mean, he already did. But everyone else is dead. Itachi, Kisame, Yahiko, well, Pain I'm referring to here, Yahiko. Konan is dead. The range trio of Yahiko, Konan, and Nagato are all dead. Sasori is dead. Deidara is dead. Kizaru, or Kizan. The guy with 3 hearts and the guy with like 4 hearts in his body, but Kizaru, I think his name was. The guy who's who's obsessed with money. He's dead. Zetsu is also dead as well. So mostly every whole member of the group except for Hidan is all dead. And Shin wants to revive the Akatsuki again to flourish and to move forward with his plan where like I'm going to revive the Akatsuki and make sure human evolution grows better. Because in the time of peace right now they're currently living in, human evolution is kind of dwindled a bit. He wants to fix that. And the fact that Sakura questions the fact that Shin's most of his own parents was like, don't you care like a child? And he's like, child? Do not misunderstand. They're all just clones to me. They're all clones. They're not my children. He does his own freaking like a dissection lobotomy or autopsy of the youngest who got injured in the battlefield by using the knives and taking his heart out and attaching him to himself. And while that one dies, and we see the beeping sounds of all beep, and then it goes flat. And then it goes flat. This shit is dead. We're not going to see this one anymore, but it looks like a huge other clones of him come back. and that was just during Sakura and Shin. Naruto and Sakura do not exactly, Naruto and Sasuke, I meant to say, do not know where she is until they come up to meet up with Orochimaru again. But before we get to see Orochimaru, we get to meet him with Captain Yamato again, introduced back into the Boruto series, because we haven't seen her since ever since the Fourth Great Ninja War. There's some little snippets of him sort of appearing with Orochimaru. Kimina calls Iron Orochimaru during the whole filler arc of closing to the anime, or closing the entire anime series, for Naruto and Hinata's wedding reception. Or at least the engagement, or at least actually, it was a wedding. It was a wedding. I won't say it was the whole wedding. But now seeing him fully return back to the series, seeing he along with two other unknown Leaf Shinobi are keeping a close eye on Orochimaru, because Orochimaru is still considered much of a threat because of how dangerous he can be with his jutsus, and plus he's somewhat technically immortal because he doesn't grow old. He's so young. Naruto did touch on them when he finally meet him after meeting Suigetsu and Jingo. Well, no, not even that. I read anything like he was told to member of the Heavy, or the Take, the former member of the Take. They don't meet Kanin yet. They only met Suigetsu, and he met up with him. I just forgot his name. The tall dude, who's basically a devoted follower to Sasuke, and the most emotional, no emotional character of the series, of the group. And during the whole main fight, that after the whole discussion about how Shin came to be from Orochimaru, since Orochimaru could create him, Orochimaru did create Shin. He became his own entity in the way everyone was obsessed. When he finally has a Sharingan, he ended up proclaiming the fact that his own self-proclamation that he is Uchiha. Shin Uchiha was born to me. And the fact that Shin was the one thing that Orochimaru used to give Danzo his right arm with all the Sharingan eyes. During the fight against Sasuke and Shippuden, we get to see what was inside the right arm of Danzo, in terms of all a bunch of Sharingan eyes, and planted him. And Shin was the one who gave him that arm. And now moving forward to that point when Sarada takes Suigetsu away from him and goes to a bit of a lab, and do a DNA test, and if Kaini is really her mother. So we can see the umbilical cord, and we're going to use a swab sample from Sarada. He puts it into the machine, bringing the results, and trying to be green, bringing perfect match. Hinting the fact that Karin is Sarada's birth mother. That may be a shock to someone who didn't read the manga, but it was a shock for those who actually did read the manga the first time to find out that Karin was actually the true mother, while making Sakura not the mother, mostly the adopted mother. But moving forward after the end of the whole thing, when Karin does come back, spoiler alert for those who didn't read the manga, Karin explains truly what was the situation between that. So, that Sarada, damn, I keep missing these names. Sarada knows all the truth, supposed truth, breaks into tears, and Naruto tries to comfort, and Naruto was there just to witness the whole thing, and telling Suigetsu there's something you should not have done. You should not have done that to Sarada, who can't exactly process this all just yet. So ultimately, her mind's like pretty much scrambled and doesn't want to. If Sakura is really her mother, I want to go save her, but and when I do save her and we go back home, things aren't going to be that different. Things are going to be different because they're not going to be the same. I can't call her mom; she's not really my mom. And we take them to a small flashback to like when Sarada was sick at one point. Sakura was there to heal. Sakura was there to watch her get better. She asked, "When's Dad gonna come?" When Sasuke come back from a mission, she told her he's just doing a mission. He can't exactly. He's not home just yet. He's doing the mission, but he knows that he will come back soon. And as for the whole thing with the sequence between Sarada and Naruto explains to Sarada that just because maybe not exactly, this may not be the whole truth. I'm a little bit kind of lost on Naruto. I think I might have forgotten exactly what Naruto may have said. But he's telling Sarada basically not to give up hope just yet. Maybe the fact that this may not be the full truth. And now the fact that Naruto, okay, I'm gonna say I really forgot what Naruto said to Sarada in order to comfort her, but now it's making sense to the fact we're gonna go Chi and everyone else is gonna go save her because now they know exactly where she is, where Sakura is. And Naruto goes right in front of Sasuke's face. We're gonna discuss this later and like what happened. Not until yet. Basically means we're gonna get the whole compliment. We're gonna get basically Naruto's gonna talk to Sasuke about the real thing about the fact that Sakura find out that Akane is maybe her true mother. Which, in fact, that's really not the case in the manga. So Akane herself explains it later. But for those who didn't read the manga, you might be in a little bit of a your mind right now is coming like strong. Well, like strong for those who actually did read the manga. And for the next, and before we even go to the next episode preview, Sarada gets to see the Susanoo for the first time, also in the Mangekyo Sharingan and the Rinnegan for the first time before. Then we get a small little bit of tidbit the fact that Sarada, not a small tidbit, but that's something the Susanoo and maybe expand to the Mangekyo Sharingan, or advancing more past that. Sarada might do that something important later. I know for a fact that we're going to get a time skip much later in the Boruto, in the original Boruto run, but I do believe that we're going to definitely see that from Sarada. And the next episode will actually be the last episode of the Sarada side story, the Naruto Gaiden side story. Next episode is going to be the end of it. So we're going to get, so overall this arc is going to be very short. I felt like this arc took about like 5 episodes, while the original manga was like 10 or at least somewhere around there. Maybe less than 10. I think it was like 7, 8, maybe 6. I really don't remember. I really don't remember how long the manga was, but the episode's going to be the last of it. And we're finally going to get the true confirmation between the relationship between Sasuke, Sakura, and Sarada. Excuse me. But that's until next week. So, overall, this episode was basically enjoyable. It covered the action a bit and did a little heartful moments. The fact that Sarada was devastated by the truth, supposed truth. And now we're going to get to the final battle between our heroes and Shin. And by this point in the series, and I think by this point in this episode, we might move on to the movie recap arc. But, actually, I think I have plans for something to explain about myself. So, until next time, leave a like, subscribe, comment below, share with a friend, and I'll see you all next time. Laters.